Pubanu. It's been several days. Any news about Pei Xingjian?
Your Highness, he has gone to get the pills more and more often. In my experience, anyone who takes that drug, heavily addicted.
Now that he's on the hook, let's get ready to reel him in. Pubanu, starting today, don't give him any more.
Understood.
Did you run out of pills too?
Your Highness, please give me some.
Liuzo,
Your Highness.
give Pubanu a few pills.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Highness. Only 3?
Your Highness, there are some great ideas here that coincide with what Prime Minister Chu told us yesterday.
You told me that Doza was getting better each day, and that he'd come see me soon. So why hasn't he come after all these days? So did you tell a lie so I wouldn't worry?
I was telling you the truth. I don't dare deceive you. Your Highness, Doza is recovering quickly. Under such circumstances, in 2 days, he'll completely run out of pills. So then, I'll leave the palace and go to the pharmacy to get more prescriptions.
Your Highness, someone asked to see the Chief Guard. He said it's urgent.
Shunzi,
Chief Guard,
what brings you here?
do you have any more pills?
Doza took them all already?
She did. She gobbled them up, like she was an addict. And she needed more and more. After taking one, she'd be energetic and lively. When it wore off, she got all lethargic. I stopped her from taking too many, but then she just took them in secret. She said that she'd get better soon, and not to interfere. But then, this morning, the pills ran out, and she went crazy. Chief Guard!
Doza! Doza! What's the matter with you? Tell me what you're doing. Doza, what are you doing?
Where are the pills? The pills!
Doza! Liuli, what's going on? Tell me. Doza! Doza,
Pills!
what's going on?
Pills!
Tell me what's the matter with you. Doza!
Pills!
Tell me. Talk to me. Tell me. What are you doing? Shun's is
Where
gone
are the
for
pills?
more.
The pills!
Liuli, listen to me. What's the matter?
Doza, are you alright? Doza,
Shunza, where?
What's the matter?
Where did you get those pills?
Are you
you
alright?
alright? What happened to you, Liuli? What happened?
Doza!
Liuli!
Worms!
Liuli!
They're crawling all over me! Shunza! Seiyu-san!
Liuli!
Seiyu-san!
Liuli!
Put her on the bed.
Doza!
Be quick.
What happened?
Quick.
Pei Xingjian, what's happening to her? What's in those pills you gave her? Tell me! Tell me!
I don't know. Could they be the wrong ones? Pei Xingjian, if something happens to Doza and she dies, I'll make you pay!
If anything were to happen to her, you don't need to punish me. I'll take care of that myself.
Doza. Doza. My daughter.
Homemade spirits! Come and have a look! Come see my wares! Homemade spirits! What about my eyes?
What about drugs for my children? Why is it closed all of a sudden? This doesn't make any
If she's nearly recovered, she needs to rest quietly to recuperate. She doesn't have to take any drugs. Every medicine has its side effects.
How long must she take the pills? Please tell me kindly, Physician Hung.
She shouldn't take drugs like this, unless she has no other choice. Liuli,
The pills!
what's wrong? What's the matter? Liuli, tell me, what's wrong?
I have a headache again.
Are you sure the physician has left Chang'an?
Rest assured, Your Highness. I escorted the physician out of Chang'an myself. He's gone.
I'd like to see how Pei Xingjian will beg me to save his beloved girl. I'll get him to exchange his power in the Eastern Palace for her life. Pupano, do you have something else to tell me?
Your Highness, I was going to tell you. I believe Pei Xingjian's girl is in the Imperial Palace.
A maid? Why didn't you tell me this information sooner?
Don't be angry. I was just guessing. I have no proof.
She was flogged. Why would a young girl be flogged? It's very likely she's a maid. Liuzi, go to the splendid palace and tell my mother about this. Ask her to look into which young maids were flogged or whipped recently. Off you go now.
I'm on my way.
You're back. Did you find anything?
Your Grace, I asked around everywhere. No maids were flogged those days, but a young physician was flogged several times and was on the brink of death.
We're looking for a maid. How could it be a physician? Do you know which physician was punished? By flogging like that. And why didn't I hear about it?
It wasn't a physician from the Imperial Health Institute. It was Douzi, who was from the wardrobe service.
Douzi?
In the competition for the title of Best Weaver, he lost to Master Zhuo. He didn't admit defeat. Instead, he accused Master Zhuo of stealing the imperial robe he made. Master Zhuo was so flustered that she had him flogged. I heard that he was just about to die, but Pei Xingjian saved him just in time.
Everything's coming together now. But there's one thing that's suspicious. Physician Hung said that Pei Xingjian wanted to help a girl. But Douzi is a young man. What's going on here?
It looks like the girl you want to save is out of pills.
So it is you. Tell me, where's the antidote?
I'm looking for it too. Unfortunately, there is no antidote. If one wants to live, they must keep taking the pills, or they'll die in no time.
Tell me the truth, or I'll kill you right now.
Go ahead and do it. Either way, I'm a dead man walking. I'd like to ask you, Pei Xingjian, how does it feel to ruin the life of someone you wanted to save? Who is she? Someone special to you, right? I know what she's going through. It's like being eaten alive by worms or stabbed by thousands of needles. It's worse than death. And it's all because of you, Pei Xingjian. Instead of venting your anger on me, why don't you go ask someone for help? You know who I mean, don't you?
Eunuch-san.
Doza!
Hey, what happened to her?
She's missing. I'm afraid for her life.
Your Grace, Doza hid in the body disposal division to recuperate. When we found him, he had been tied up. We don't know why.
Seems right to me. He must have been bound because of his drug addiction, so he couldn't hurt himself. In that case, you really are the one Pei Xingjian's trying to save. Dozi, you and I are meant to cross paths. Look at your bright eyes and good-looking rosy cheeks. With such fair skin, you're even prettier than most of the maids.
My staying here to recover isn't against any rules. Your Grace, why did you come here for me?
You're recovering? That's perfect. I've got the best medicine from the Imperial Health Institute. Take off your clothes and take a steam bath with some herbs. That will help with your wounds.
But, Your Grace, I'm just of lowly rank. I don't dare use Imperial drugs that are above my status. Please, Your Grace, if you need me to do something, why don't you just tell me?
I can't do that. How could I have the heart to make a patient undress themselves? Guards, remove his clothes.
Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go! Let go of me! Let go! Let go of me!
Are you out of your mind? I was doing you a favor. Why would you slap me?
Tell me, why did you disguise yourself as a man? You've got incredible tailoring skills. If you worked elsewhere, you would have high ranks. Why did you take the risk and trouble to disguise yourself as a man and hide in the palace? I have looked into your backstory. You came here as 7, grew up with eunuch Suen. You learned tailoring and embroidery without a teacher. That's why Master Zhuo borrowed you for her division. Later, you competed with Master Zhuo for the title of Best Weaver. You didn't give up even if it meant death by flogging. There must be a reason for all this. Tell me, who are you really? Your tailoring craft? Where did you learn them?
Kill me if you want. Why do you want to know all that?
So I am indeed right. You are a girl. And a beautiful one at that. Danting, take her away. And put a dress on this lady.
Yes.
Don't tell anyone else about what happened here. Whoever does will be executed. Did you give her the half pill from Prince Tao?
She's taken it. Your Grace, why did you ask for Doza to put on a dress?
I know I've seen her somewhere before, but I can't put my finger on it. I remember now. It was at Xianchi Hall. In that case, Lady Wu had you disguise yourself and work in the wardrobe service? All right. Lady Wu had you hide in the palace for years. What are you up to? Lady Wu is in collusion with the Crown Prince. I was wondering how to bring them down. We have the answer right here.
My disguise as a man has nothing to do with her. Don't dream of getting her or the Crown Prince involved.
You think you can deny it?
"11 years ago, you had my mother, Master An, wrongfully executed. I'm Coulee Liuli. I had no choice but to hide in the palace and disguise myself as a boy. I did it myself.
You indeed look a lot like Miss An. At such a young age, you have much greater potential than Zhuo Jinniang. It turns out that you've inherited Miss An's crafts. Now I understand. You helped the Crown Prince so many times to fight against me, then you got into the wardrobe service and competed with Zhuo Jinniang for the title of Best Weaver. It was all for your mother, who made the Empress's dress without permission, and was later executed?
That's right. I've stayed in the palace, simply to avenge my mother and clear her name, that's all.
Your mother made the Empress's dress without clearance and asked Zhuo Jinniang to give it to me. The courtiers berated me, only to have me scandalized. She deserved her punishment. How was she wronged?
My mother was framed! She had already begged the late Empress to leave the palace so that she could escape the pressure here and live a peaceful life. Why on earth would she risk her life to flatter you, who wasn't even a real empress? I was just a little girl, but I remember that clearly. It was Zhuo Jinniang who forced my mother to alter the empress's dress that she had made for you, just to keep our family alive. She had no choice but to help her out. But then she was suddenly accused of rebellion by making an empress's robe without the emperor's permission. Your Grace, let me ask you something. Were you involved in the death of my mother? Was it not you who had Zhuo Jinniang make that dress?
Indeed, His Majesty wished to make me Empress. But I was so timid that I didn't dare overstep my authority. Zhuo Jinniang and Chief Stewardess Lin offered the dress to me. His Majesty happened to see it. He was so angry and was about to punish them. Zhuo Jinniang, out of fear, confessed that your mother had made the dress, and that she had said it was just a normal one, that she asked her to bring it to me. That it was all your mother's own idea. Neither she nor the wardrobe service were involved.
How can you be so indifferent? If that were all true, you should have asked the court to investigate it. Why didn't you let my mother explain? Why was she put in prison based only on Zhuo Jinniang's testimony? I'm sure you just felt guilty and wanted to have her killed. To hide the truth.
It sounds like Zhuo Jinniang might have framed Miss An to get herself away from punishment.
Your Grace, why don't you say something? Is it out of guilt?
When I think of what happened back then, I did find it suspicious. But even if your mother was framed, Zhuo Jinniang sold her out, His Majesty gave the order, and the court executed. I wasn't involved at all. It happened so many years ago. Now I have you in the palm of my hand. Why would I bother lying to you? If you promise to help me with something, I'll execute Zhuo Jinniang so you can avenge your mother. What do you think of that?
You want me to help you? What could I help with?
You know, I went to great lengths to track you down. I have to think carefully about how I can make the best use of you, Liuli, to defeat Pei Xingjian and the Crown Prince.
I suggest you just kill me now. You want me to help you with that? Just forget it.
Once you go into withdrawal again, then I'll see what you say. Danqing, take her away and watch her closely.
Yes. Sheet guard.
Did you see Dozi?
Dozi. Isn't he at the body disposal?
He's gone missing. He didn't come back here?
How could he be missing? What happened?
There's no time to explain. I hope he's just hiding himself away. If he's been taken by Prince Tao and Consort Yang, then it's all over.
Huh?
Mr. Pei, please do me a favor. Dozi is missing. Please search the palace quietly with your men. Search everywhere you can think of, then keep searching. Also, get some reliable men to keep an eye on Prince Tao's mansion. Prince Tao and Consort Yang may have captured her.
I'm afraid we can't get into his mansion.
Why not?
I was going to tell you. You asked me to keep an eye on the suits of armor he was storing. I didn't dare be careless. Yesterday, 2 men that I had sent to monitor his mansion discovered that the armor was being transferred out secretly. They followed the trail, trying to figure out where it was being taken. Unfortunately, they were spotted. One was caught, but the other made it back.
Are they reliable?
I trust these two men with my life. What worries me is that Prince Tao would realize that the men he caught were the men working for us. So I'm sure Prince Tao's mansion will be heavily guarded now. It will be extremely difficult for us to break in.
His Majesty's condition is getting worse by the day. He knows he doesn't have much time left. So he asked Zhang Sun Wuji and Chu Sui Liang to assist the Crown Prince. His intention is obvious. His Highness will be taking the throne soon. Prince Tao is transferring the armor as we speak. It's certain he's planning a coup, so we must remain calm and don't alert Prince Tao. We must guard all the city gates.
And the palace gates?
No, don't do anything there. Don't you remember the coup at Xuanwu Gate?
Thank you for reminding me. That could cause a big problem.
The current situation is good for the Crown Prince. That being said, we must be more cautious with our actions. Don't let Prince Tao have anything over us in case he holds it against the Crown Prince. We must also prevent Prince Tao from staging a rebellion.
I'll keep that in mind.
Prince Tao has moved the armor. Something big is happening. I'll go tell His Highness about it and find a solution.
What a surprise, brother. We think exactly alike on this matter. Pei Xingjian, why are you hiding from me instead of greeting me?
Greetings, Your Highness. Greetings, Your Highness.
You look like you've rushed all the way here. You must have some urgent matter to tell my brother. Now that you're busy, I'll leave you alone. Shall I invite you another day for a brotherly talk?
Sure. It's been a while since our last in-depth conversation. Do come to visit me sometime for a chat.
I will, brother. I'll leave you then. Farewell.
Fusheng, see him out.
Yes. Oh, Your Highness. You dropped your pouch. It's such an exquisite one. You should keep a close eye on it. I feel the same way. I remember that years ago, an absolute beauty gave this to me as a gift.
Let me see His Highness out.
Don't bother. You've got some urgent matter to report, don't you? We must get our priorities straight. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
That's Liuli's pouch. He came to inform me he's got Liuli. He said a beautiful girl. He meant to warn me that he found out Liuli was a girl.
That was an odd visit. Prince Cao said a few things, then left hurriedly when you came. I'm pretty sure that there was definitely a reason for that.
His intention was clear. He's threatening me with Liuli's life. He's stopping me from telling His Highness about the armor.
You arrived in a hurry. What was so important?
I heard that Prince Cao had come. I rushed all the way here, in case he tried to hurt you.
Your Highness, could Doza be so important she could make Pei Xingjian betray the Crown Prince?
Pei Xingjian is a loyal man. If he were to fall in love with someone, then he'd expose himself as having a weakness. And Doza is Pei Xingjian's weakness. I'll use her to control Pei Xingjian in dispatching the Crown Prince's troops. I'll also use her to create irrefutable evidence of his rebellion. And then we make our move.
Liuli, I've decided what I want you to do. All I need is for you to make me a robe. Then I'll let you live.
An empress's dress? You want me to make another empress's dress without permission?
This time I want you to make an empress robe.
It looks like Prince Hao just cannot wait to usurp the throne.
I want this robe made specifically for the crown prince.
His Highness?
I hear that His Highness only wears clothes made by you, out of everybody here. It is also well known that he favors you and often summons you to his palace. I'm giving you an easy task. Make an imperial robe for the crown prince and hide it in the Eastern Palace the first chance you get.
You framed my mother and ruined my family. Now you want me to frame His Highness for rebellion? Dream on! I'll never help you or do anything to turn me into a traitor.
You need to calm down. Whether you help or not, the crown prince will rebel. By asking you to make a robe for him, I simply want to create irrefutable evidence of his rebellion. I need Pei Xingjian to help with the real one.
You've got it all wrong. Pei Xingjian is a loyal man. He won't betray His Highness. He never would help you.
Pei Xingjian is a loyal man and a courageous one. We didn't know how to deal with him, but now things have changed. We have you right where we want you. So now we can control Pei Xingjian. Liuli. You are the crown prince? Who do you think Pei Xingjian would choose? Take your time to suffer without your pills. I'll see how long you can bear it. Don't allow her to faint. I want her to truly feel what it's really like to suffer.
As you wish.
Whoa. Whoa.
Chief Guard,
Go tell Prince Hao that I wish to see him.
His Highness has been waiting for you. Chief Guard, please come in. Your Highness.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Pei Xingjian, you've come for the pouch, have you not? I never thought that Dozo was such a beautiful girl. No wonder you risked your life to help her. What a classic damsel. In distress story.
If you want something, please just tell me.
All right. Straightforward. I want you to leave the Crown Prince and work for me instead.
And if I don't?
Then I'll cut off her pills and tell everyone her true identity. You don't want that, do you?
What did you say?
There's no need to pretend anymore. Doza's real name is Coulee Liuli. She's the daughter of Master An, the traitor. 11 years ago, she faked her death, then hid as a physician in the body disposal division to ensure her survival. If her identity is exposed, she'll be executed, no doubt, for various charges. Pei Xingjian. Once you work for me, I'll not only let her go, I'll help you be together. What a perfect couple that will make others green with envy.
I can't accept your offer until I see Liuli. Make sure she's all right.
All right. Exactly my thoughts. Come see me alone at 9 tonight.
Very well. Farewell.
I really don't want to see you suffer.
Don't leave! Don't leave! Don't leave!
Don't blame me for being heartless. Concert Young's a lady of her word. I want to help you, yet no one can help you but yourself. You'd better accept Concert Young's offer. Why make yourself suffer? This is the very last pill. If you still refuse, I won't be able to help you. You're choosing to kill yourself. Don't blame me when you die. You should have said that earlier and saved us all the trouble.
Untie her.
Yes.
I heard that you made up your mind. But you still look like you're not quite willing. If that's the case, how can I be sure that you'll really help me?
You feed me poison and make me help you. How can I do that willingly?
I have the poison and the antidote too. If you do exactly what I ask you, I'll help you get over the addiction and back to your old self.
What do you want?
I want you to write a note and give it to Pei Xingjian yourself. Once you have completed the task, then I will believe that you're loyal to me.
All right. What do I write?
Tomorrow at noon, Cao will lead his army to Shangfu Gate. What is the matter? Are you worried that Pei Xingjian will trust you and incite the Crown Prince to charge the gate? Then he'll fall into our trap, be accused of treason, and lose the title of Crown Prince. You are so hopelessly loyal. Even while in danger, you still worry that you will make Pei dishonor himself. You have no idea that it was Pei who gave the pills that have been making you suffer to Xuanzi and had him give them to you. Everything you're going through is all thanks to Pei Xingjian. So, there's no need for you to feel guilty for him.
Prince Zhao has caught a cold. Consort Yang is going to visit him. Cha!
Your Grace, why are we going to Prince Zhao's mansion? Why don't we meet Pei Xingjian at the splendid palace?
Silly girl. The palace is too small. If Pei Xingjian plays a dirty trick and tries to bring us down, we'd be doomed. Prince Zhao's mansion is our turf and outside the palace. If he dares to try anything, we can kill him on the spot.
Your Highness, Pei Xingjian has arrived.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Bring Liuli to us.
Yes.
Pei Xingjian, after you see her, you won't mind if I stay around, will you?